What's going on, you guys? Welcome on back to the channel. And if you read that new chapter of One Piece, you know exactly what I'm about to say. That was hands down chapter of the year, bro. I could not believe what I was reading when I was reading Robin and Saul's reunion chapter. That was that was everything that I wanted it to be and more. So, like, to put it into perspective, I'm somebody that got into One Piece very late. Like, I'm talking about Wano. So everything that I saw from the past is from the eyes of a new watcher slash reader, right? Like, I was essentially binging to get to this point. So Robin and Saul's reunion, while it's been years in the making for everybody that's been reading and watching for a while now, for me, this was something that it was only like a essentially like a year of waiting for me. So I didn't know if this reunion would hit the same for me. Like, I didn't know if I would feel the exact same way as everybody else when they were reading it. And bro, I had nothing to worry about because this was like the most emotion I felt reading a chapter of One Piece in a long time. Like, probably since the Kuma stuff. Like, I haven't felt like this about a chapter in a long time. So, the first thing that I really loved about this chapter, and the first thing that got me right away, is that this is essentially a shot for shot recreation of Robin and Saul first meeting all those years ago when she was a child. And that just hit so different for me because you're able, like, if you go back and find the panels from her as a child to now, like, Robin is such a different character now. Like, she's evolved so much as a character. Like, so the fact now that, like, she sees Saul playing this joke on her and she can just laugh and smile, like, that's so beautiful to me. Like, to see Robin reach this point as a character, because you got to remember, Robin is a character that is riddled with so much pain and sadness. Like, for as long as Robin can remember, she has been told that she is a monster and essentially that she needs to die ever since she was a kid. So the fact now that she gets to finally see Saul again, the man who gave her a reason to live, and that she could find friends, and that someday she will find friends to make the pain not seem as unbearable. Like, because of him, she was able to live long enough to find Luffy and the Straw Hats, right? Like, without Saul, we don't have Robin as who she is today. This Robin that we have now would not exist. So the fact that she gets to see Saul again and essentially just say, just praise me for being alive. Like, that hits so hard when you know, when you remember all of Robin's pain and suffering all throughout the entire story. Like, Robin is a character that has gone through so much, and she finally gets this win. She gets to have Saul back in her life. And I can only imagine how great, like, the next chapters are going to be with her and Saul just interacting as, like, friends. Like, that's just going to hit. So that's just going to hit different, bro. I cannot wait to see how that's all handled in the story. But my favorite panel in this chapter, bro, that I don't think is getting talked about enough is, you see Robin, you see Saul crying, you see the Straw Hats crying, but then you just see Luffy smiling on at Robin, knowing that he was able to help her get to the man who has done so much for her in her life. And Luffy too is so important for Robin in her development, because without Luffy, like, Robin wouldn't have, like, felt like she deserved to be alive to even see Saul at this point. So the fact now that Luffy was one of the main people that inspired her to want to live long enough to get to this point so that she could see Saul again, that smile just hits different, man. Like, that's one of the main reasons why Luffy is my favorite character in all of fiction. The fact that he's able to just smile full heartedly at Robin, knowing that he was able to help her get to this reunion. Like, everything that they've been through was worth it because he got to because he got to reunite those two. And now I think Luffy's main goal is now to help the rest of his crew get to those reunions that they so desperately want, like Brook and Laboon, like all of that. Everything that the Straw Hats want to accomplish, Luffy is going to be there to make sure that they get it. And it just hits different, man. I love this so much. But one more thing that I want to talk about in terms of this chapter is its potential anime adaptation. Bro, when this gets adapted in a couple years, expect 10, 15 levels of quality. This will be 10, 15 levels, bro. Like, I can just see it now, man. Like, the voice acting, the music, just everything in motion, bro. It's going to hit. Like, I can just see it now. They're gonna, like, I can see the anime staff just like having shots of young Robin and Robin as she is now, and like all of it converging into who she is today. Like, they can do so much stuff with this, and I just know it's gonna hit. This will hands down be one of the best anime episodes for One Piece they have ever put out. This could even surpass 10-15. And if you get Megumi Ishitani on this episode, bro, in a couple of years, hands down, this will be the best episode of One Piece that they have ever put out. If they can get Megumi Ishitani and it's 10-15 levels of quality, bro, I don't know. I'm just so excited to see how this chapter is handled in the future, and I'm so excited to see what happens next in the story. But let me know what you guys think. How did you guys feel about this beautiful chapter of One Piece? Did you feel the same way that I did? Or do you feel like completely differently? Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, I'm going to talk to you guys next time. Bye.